Hey, Vsauce.
But what is Vsauce?
It's short for something, I assume.
What used to be a channel devoted entirely to cleavage and dick jokes.
What?
It was, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was. It's gone through a lot of weird iterations. Folding Ideas did an entire video on what Vsauce, like how Vsauce has changed over the years.
But is it for the better? That becomes the question.
Well, okay, are you more into freeform knowledge dumps or dick jokes and cleavage?
Both.
Depends on what mood I'm in.
That too.
Anyway. I don't know, I just don't like cheap dick jokes and cheap cleavage. Like,
is that what they were?
I mean, more or less, yeah. It was just like there was a joke about Snooki. Like there was a joke about Snooki having venereal diseases. That's low hanging fruit. Like that's so low hanging, it's no longer on the tree anymore. It's on the ground and rotting.
Nice. Sounds like my kind of joke.
You don't even know who Snooki is.
And?
Anyway, Llytic.
I'm Tom.
I'm Snooki.
Okay.
And
this is what are we reading? We are continuing
something less enjoyable than last time.
What?
Something less enjoyable than last time.
Shut up, Tom. No one cares.
That's mean.
Shut up, Zane. Tom doesn't care.
Oh. Why don't you care, Tom?
Yeah, you should care about what we're doing, Tom. Put some effort in for once.
I'm leaving.
We were bros.
Bye.
Oh.
God damn it! Stop doing those gags.
I think it's funny, but I'll stop.
Do you have any idea how much that could possibly desync the audio?
It's fine. I'll just speak very slowly from now on.
I can't help but think that would probably be more of a problem if we had more video dealing with it, but I'll try to do it less frequently. It's been a while since I've done one of those, though.
Pretty sure you did one 2 weeks ago.
No, it was like
That's a while ago.
Anyway, we're continuing Midnight Sun, and we are now on chapter 94.
Page 94.
Page 94. Whoops.
Yes, there's 94 chapters of this. Please help.
Hey, just be happy we aren't doing the drinking game. We'd die.
Yeah.
You mean y'all would die? I don't drink.
No, we'd get a funnel.
I'd say, here comes the airplane. Choo choo. And you'd open
As
your
we
mouth.
just pour booze down your throat.
That would require us being in the same room. Never mind.
Don't underestimate my abilities, Tom.
Good point.
Anyway, Bella's going to stare at Edward in a minute. Look normal, Alice said one Tuesday in March.
What?
So the others were careful to fidget and shift their weight like humans. Absolute stillness was a marker of our kind. I'm pretty sure that means that you're brain dead.
I paid attention.
Any mental processes are going to cause any movement.
I paid attention to how often she looked my direction. It pleased me, though it should not, that the frequency did not decline as the time passed. I didn't know what it meant, but it made me feel better. Shut up, Edward. Jeez.
Fuck you, Jim.
Wow, that was a short line. Alice sighed. I wish.
Stay out of it, Alice. I said under my breath. It's not going to happen.
She pouted. Alice was anxious to form her envisioned friendship with Bella. In a strange way, she missed the girl she didn't know.
Just let them talk to each other.
Just let them fuck, Edward.
He's such a dad.
No, he's not. He's an idiot.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that. Anyway. I mean, it's pretty easy to associate the jealousness of a father with some underlying incestuous feelings.
What? I wasn't going with that. What? You got some problems, dude.
No, I'm just stating the obvious.
Zane, I think it's your line.
It's been my line, buddy.
Oh, okay.
He just hasn't been reading it.
Ah,
Yeah,
gotcha.
because I keep getting interrupted by weird shit.
I think we broke the
Someone interrupt me
6-second
there?
rule.
No one's gonna interrupt me there? Wow, nice. Good job, guys.
I thought you were going to start.
God damn it!
Oh.
Alice was anxious to. Wait, no. I'll admit, you're better than I thought. You've got the future all snarled up and senseless again. I hope you're happy.
Makes plenty of sense to me. Yeah, but you're an idiot.
She snorted delicately.
How do you delicately snort?
I don't think you can. I mean, if you wanted to say snorted delicately, you should have just said sniffed delicately. That would have made more sense.
Would it be a snort then?
Exactly.
Or just get rid of the delicately part. She snorted. There, you're good.
She
Derisively.
snorted cocaine.
Off the table. In the middle of the lunch hall.
This is what humans do, right? Cocaine?
I mean, it's what I do, but I'm not human, so I wouldn't really know.
Yeah, then shut the fuck up. This isn't about you. God, always interjecting on human things. Get the fuck out of here.
Zane, you're interrupting yourself this time.
Well, I just finished.
No, you didn't.
Oh,
I
right, we're
said-
on the next line. I
Yep.
tried to shut her out. Too impatient for conversation. I wasn't in a good mood. Tenser than I let any of them see. Only Jasper was aware of how tightly wound I was, feeling the stress emanate out of me with his unique ability to both sense and influence the mood of others. He didn't understand the reasons behind their moods, though, and since I was constantly in a foul mood these days, he disregarded it.
Today would be a hard one, much like my dick. Harder than the days before, much like my dick, as was the pattern.
Unlike your dick.
Mike Newton, the odious boy whom I could not allow myself to rival, was going to ask Bella on a date.
That poor boy.
Yeah, just let him.
His
He'll
terrible taste.
he'll just
Can
get
do much better.
he'll get bored and then he'll leave.
I mean, I wouldn't be asking a doormat out in the first place, but
At this point, I might ask anything out. What?
whose line is it?
Anyway,
Zane's.
line.
who needs me?
We need you to read, Zane.
Bumble needs you.
A girl's choice dance was on the near horizon, and he'd been hoping very much that Bella would ask him. That she had not done so, had rattled his confidence. Now he was in an uncomfortable bind. I enjoyed his discomfort more than I should, because Jessica Stanley had just asked him to dance. He didn't want to say yes, still hopeful that Bella would choose him and prove him the victor of his rivals. But he didn't want to say no and end up missing the dance altogether. Jessica, hurt by his hesitation and guessing the reason behind it, was thinking daggers at Bella. Again, I had the instinct to place myself between Jessica's angry thoughts and Bella. I understood this instinct better now, but that only made it more frustrating when I could not act on it. Oh my gosh, stop acting like a white knight.
Also, the fact that Mike. Oh, God. Okay. Mike's considering going with Jessica Stanley. Why not just fucking go with her if you're actually considering it? Like, fuck. Might as well.
I mean, if you're going for the dance more than the company, then just say yes. Like, seriously.
I mean, you have the doormat and you have the person showing initiative. Fuck it. Might as well.
Yeah.
So what if she's not actually an owl?
Hoot.
To think it had come to this, I was utterly fixated on the petty high school dramas that I'd once held so in contempt.
I mean, never too late. Never too late to go back to your old contemptful self, man. Like, I don't know which one I hate more, but
I mean, I'm pretty sure that, like, there's a reason why there are high school drama TV shows, and it's because that stuff's kind of cathartic. If you've dealt with those kinds of things.
just lots of stuff. Yeah. Mike was working up his nerve as he walked Bella to biology. I listened to his struggles as I waited for them to arrive. The boy was weak.
You're all weak.
He had waited for this dance purposefully, afraid to make his infatuation known before she had shown a marked preference for him. He didn't want to make himself vulnerable to rejection, preferring that she make that leap first.
Coward.
Pot, meet the fucking kettle. He sat down on our table again. On the table. Now I'm just imagining him, like, lounging across it. Just, like, laying on his side, head propped up by his arm.
Yeah.
Like, groin directly at where Edward would be sitting.
He's just toasting his balls in front of him.
And I imagine the sound it would make if his body hit the opposite wall with no force to break most of his bones.
That sounds a little bit unhealthy.
Aren't you likable? Isn't jealousy an attractive quality in a partner?
Yes, most definitely.
Are you not jealous constantly all the time, every day of your life, forever?
No. It's a waste of energy.
So, he said to the girl, his eyes on the floor, just cast me to the spring dance.
That's nice. Why are you here? That's great, Bella answered immediately and with enthusiasm. It was not hard to smile as her tone sunk into Mike's awareness. He'd been hoping for dismay. You'll have a lot of fun with Jessica. And it was at that point that I would just get over myself and be like, all right, sorry for my hesitation. Please forgive me. You want to go to the dance.
Okay.
Daddy?
Daddy?
Daddy.
Daddy, no. Daddy, no.
Number 15. Burger King foot lettuce.
I'm too tired for this shit.
Burger King daddy lettuce.
Burger King daddy lettuce.
The last thing you'd want to find in your Burger King burger, someone else's daddy.
Okay, this is taking a turn. That's something.
We make
Looks
our
like
own
somebody's
fun.
missing their daddy.
I'm not gonna lie. All I'm imagining is just like someone with like their pants down and the burger, like their
Dick
dick's
sandwich?
in the burger.
Dick
Yeah.
sandwich.
Yes. That's all I'm imagining. Daddy's in the burger.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh, Daddy, that's the wrong kind of meat.
Good.
I'm just gonna say it. If your dick's built like a hamburger patty, you might want to see a doctor.
Yeah, that would.
It's like half an inch long and then like 3 inches wide.
The last thing you'd want at your burger is somebody else's daddy cock. It's clearly built for a hot dog. This is just embarrassing.
Damn it.
This is just devolving into madness, and it's kind of great, but it's also kind of like I don't feel like dealing with this right now. I'm conflicted.
He scrambled for the right response. Well, he hesitated and almost chickened out. Then he rallied. I told her I had to think about it.
Why would you do that? She demanded.
That's an excellent question. You're not supposed to ask the girl out during the girls ask the guys out dance.
Her tone was one of
Oh, I get it now.
He's
What?
a fucking idiot.
Yes, I for the longest time didn't know that this dance was really just the girls have to ask the guys. I didn't know that that's what that meant.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
Sadie Hawkins.
Oh, yeah, that's the proper name for it. Okay.
Yeah, I just remembered that one. But yeah, it's a Sadie Hawkins dance, Mike. You dumb fuck.
Her tone was one of disapproval, but there was the faintest hint of relief there as well. Oh, boy.
I lost it when we were saying all those jokes.
What did that mean?
What did that mean? An unexpected intense fury made my hands clench.
Jealous.
God, he's so pathetic.
Yes,
Oh,
jealousy
Eddie
is
boy.
pathetic.
It's
Very.
petty, pathetic, and just unattractive, all in all.
Yeah, I mean, jealousy is overall unattractive. And that's not just coming from someone who prefers open relationships.
I personally couldn't do that.
Speaking as one of the most
Fuck, I was
vanilla
going to
people.
make a joke there, but that might have been a bit too mean.
Coming from one of the most vanilla people out there, yeah, jealousy's just not attractive. Like, just period. Like,
What about yandere jealousy? Wait,
that's
no,
just
that's dangerous.
yeah.
I prefer to keep my body unperforated, usually.
I'm assuming there was at least one time that something happened. Then
Any perforation must be consensual.
gotcha.
Mike did not hear the relief. His face was red with blood. Fierce as I suddenly felt, this seemed like an invitation. He looked at the floor again as he spoke.
Was wondering if you might be planning to ask me. Okay, Mike.
What the fuck?
Richard?
It's a Sadie Hawkins dance. You're not supposed to do
He's
that.
not asking her. He's like, were you planning on asking me? What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure she would have done that by now.
Yeah.
I am cringing at the thought of that.
Yeah,
like,
no,
regardless of the situation, just imagine like someone going up to another person like, so are you gonna ask me out to that thing? Yeah.
I mean, there are only a couple of situations I can think of that
I want to strangle them.
might be okay. Like if they've been dating for a long time and someone just jokingly went up to their boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, and was like, "So, you gonna ask me to that thing for the dance or whatever?" And
There's a
that
difference
might be
between people who are dating doing that, and then just like doing that between what is understood to be a platonic relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'd be doing on a day like this?
Sleeping.
Going up to my friends and being like, "Hey, baby, you want to get at a dance?"
I ship it.
And my friends would be like, "Quit that gay shit," and I'd be like, "No, it's today's the gay day.
It's always gay day.
It's always gay day in this town." What? Bend over.
Yes, that is my name. Bend over.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna actually use that one. Yes, that is my name. Bend over.
No. Ben Dover.
Mm-hmm.
Bend over.
No, Ben.
No, Ben Dover.
Dover.
Bend Dover. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bend over.
Chat.
No, I got it. You don't have to do that anymore, but okay.
And then there's also Dixon Cider.
You know what my favorite one is?
Hmm.
Bend over and spell out run. Do you get
Anyway. Yes, I get it.
it? Does Tom get it?
What was the joke?
It wasn't really a joke.
You bend over, then spell out run. You spell out R-U-N.
Okay.
Get it?
I get it.
God, okay, tough crowd tonight. Woo!
It's one of those things, like, I get it. It's just not funny.
It's totally funny in the most cringy, annoying way
If
possible.
you're 3.
No.
That's how dumb you have
to
to
be 11 to understand this humor. Come on.
That really reminded me of the
I'm pretty sure that you need to be below single digits to be stupid enough to find it funny.
Yeah, no, that reminds me of like in I think 5th grade when people were like, spell I cup, and then they'd say ICUP, and they're like, that's funny, and it's like,
What is it though? Is it?
No,
Fuck
it's
you
not.
guys then. Damn. I'll take my humor and put it somewhere else.
Sorry if I expect effort.
Okay, that was a decent try, kind of, but like,
No.
No, it's too late. I've already put all of my jokes in the recycling bin. It's time to start over from the beginning, you fucker. Okay, I was about to say something I probably shouldn't have said for the sake of the, I don't know, YouTube thing. Sorry about that.
Go for it. What were you gonna say?
I think I know what he was gonna say.
I was gonna say tard, but with the F word in front of it.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway.
Chapter 52. Sorry, that
I
always
believe
was
it's
the first.
Tom's turn.
I read that. I was wondering if, you might be planning to
I
ask
read that.
I
Oh.
read that.
What?
What?
I'm pretty
Fine,
sure
I'll-
Tom's line is Bella hesitated.
Bella hesitated. There, let's
In
move
that
on.
moment of her hesitation, I saw the future more clearly than Alice ever had.
Did you?
I saw
then.
Alice running over and fucking her on the table.
I
That's
saw
illegal.
her decking Mike and then carrying Bella away bridal style.
She's mine, bitch!
Where did you come from?
I wonder how that works actually on that night. If like two lesbians are like dating in high school and it's like the girls ask each other night, do they have to both ask each other?
I'm pretty sure that just whichever one is the more courageous one can ask.
No. This is no. If that's what usually happens, they have to switch it up. The other
We
one's
have
gotta
to
ask.
apply gender stereotypes to it now, do we?
Yes, because that entire thing is based on a gender stereotype. So you know what that means?
Well, I mean, girls can ask any of the dances. It's just that stereotypically the guys ask.
Well, you said the more courageous one, and if this is supposed to be the opposite of the stereotype, then the non-courageous one needs to ask. How do you think she's gonna gain confidence, huh?
I don't
It's
know
the
why.
perfect excuse.
I just thought of a parody of like the Cowardly Lion from Wizard of Oz, the cowardly lesbian. We're up to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard of gay.
I need some confidence so I can ask my girlfriend out. She's the one who keeps asking me out, but I want to do it for once or something. I don't know.
She's so beautiful.
I award you with this medal of courage. There, you have courage, even though you had it all along.
It's literally just the wizard just like hands her like a note. No, the wizard just hands her a note of like, or like a book of how to ask your date, like how to ask somebody out. Here, read this.
Relationships for dummies.
Relationships for cowardly lesbians. They just like scratch out cowardly on the front.
It's just like step 1, talk to them.
Step 2, date
Talk
them.
to them.
Skip to date them. Oh, you're already dating? Skip to step 10. Just fucking ask them out already.
Well, that raises several questions. When did we start dating? I don't know. Did either of us actually ask the other out? No, this just kind of happened.
Well then, that makes this even easier. Just ask them to go out somewhere. Just avoid the word date.
The girl might say yes to Mike's unspoken question now, and she might not, but either way, someday soon she would say yes to someone. She was lovely and intriguing. Bitch, where?
She's an owl.
Okay, that is intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
And human males were not oblivious.
Wait, what?
I love the fact that you just sit there, don't say anything.
He's not human, so...
What the fuck? Hold up. Where's that human male line? I needed to read that for myself.
It's right after the line that you read in that moment of hesitation. It's close to the end, or in the.
She was lovely and intriguing, and human males were not oblivious to this fact. Fuck off.
I'm pretty
This
sure there are
sounds
two
like some,
human
like,
males.
This sounds like some wolf beard, like werewolf shit.
I'm pretty sure there are two quote-unquote human males in this call right now that are completely oblivious to this quote-unquote fact.
Craig?
Okay, so Tom might find her lovely and intriguing.
Yeah, and I'd be like, who the fuck's this bitch?
If
Why
someone's
doesn't she talk?
if someone's really shy, then I'm probably not going to notice them. Honestly, hate to be that person, but I'm really out of it a lot of times.
Whether
I
she would
think you're
settle
out
for
of this world.
I ship it. Whether she would settle for someone in this lackluster crowd,
Fuck off, Edward.
or wait until she was free from forks, the day would come that she would say yes. Clearly, this man has never heard of aromantics or asexuals, or primarily aromantics, who are oftentimes asexuals. Although sometimes you do get the very rare pansexual aromantic.
None of that
They aren't
stuff
interested in romance, but they just want to fuck.
That's what? That's
Everyone.
just...
Sounds kind of like you, Llytic.
Nah, I do relationships sometimes.
That doesn't make much sense to me, but it's not really something I care about, so I'm not going to get into that right now. All that stuff just seems overly complicated to me.
I'm romantically attracted to no one, but God is everyone fucking hot.
Exactly. That makes no sense.
There's a difference between romantic attraction and sexual attraction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and lots of people act off sexual attraction alone. It's called one-night stands.
Yes. There's a difference between that and getting into a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I'm aware, but if you don't want to get into a relationship with anyone and you just want to fuck, then that's all you're doing is having one-night stands constantly.
Unless you have some friends with benefits type thing going on.
Which is still something the average person
Yeah, but it's a platonic relationship with fucking. It's not a romantic relationship. You aren't like going out of your way to do anything for each other that you wouldn't do for friends.
Yeah, exactly, which is
You just
something
fuck on
everyone
the side.
does. Yeah, which is what a lot of people do. There doesn't need to be a special thing for that.
Well, like, the whole thing with that is, like, you have people that are, like, sexually attracted to certain people, but not romantically attracted to them. So, like, someone could be like, yeah, I mean, I'm romantically attracted to men, but I'll fuck both men and women.
That's just somebody who likes to fuck, which is just a lot of people.
Are you saying that everyone's more pan than they think?
No, I'm
Or
saying...
more bi?
I'm just saying that it doesn't need a special name for it when you're just going around fucking people. It's just trying to keep the negative connotation words out of it.
Well, the negative connotation being added is kind of bullshit anyway, but there's... The specific thing here is like the specific people that they're fucking or dating.
But you just said they're not dating people because they're not attracted to people that way.
Yeah, so they'd be aromantic.
Or they're just whores. They like to fuck people.
Well, there's no problem with them being whores, now is there?
No, but just own up to the word then. God damn.
There's the reason why the phrase ethical slut is a thing. There is a phrase for that. It's called the ethical slut.
Then they're all
There's an
ethical
entire
sluts.
book
They
written
don't
on
need
the
to be called
subject.
aromantic or whatever the fuck.
Aromantic just means that you're not interested in dating people.
Yeah, you're just trying to fuck people, which is what a lot of people at the bar do.
You can be aromantic without trying to fuck. Then you'd also be likely asexual, so you're aroace.
Yeah, but that's just a lot of stuff. That's
just like you could be asexual but still date people.
This is a fascinating conversation. Could I read my line, please?
Well, if someone would stop distracting me.
I mean, you could have dropped it at any point in time, Llytic. You're just as much to blame here.
Craig, can you be quiet, please, Craig? Craig, stop talking, Craig. Craig, stop! You're distracting me, Craig. Craig, what are you doing with that knife, Craig? No, stop, Craig! Okay, I'll stop now.
That last one almost seemed sexual.
Apparently Craig doesn't like my opinion either.
It's up there with the best penetration I've ever had.
I saw her life as I had before. College, career, love, marriage. I saw her on her father's arm again, dressed in gauzy white. Her face flushed with happiness as she moved to the sound of Wagner's march.
You act as though she ever smiles.
You're not wrong.
The pain was more than anything I'd felt before. Craig really is good with a knife, damn. A human would have to be on the point of death to feel this pain. A human would not live through it. Fuck off, mate.
No, you're just selling human short again.
R/nice guys, there's tons of people that act just like you and live through it. They shouldn't. They should be stabbed. But they live through it. Not just pain, but outright rage.
Oof.
That is unhealthy.
Yes. Oh no, they're dating someone else. Whatever shall I do?
The Fury ached
for
some kind of physical outlet. That's
I'm pretty sure there are some prostitutes in Forks.
That's raised a lot of red flags, though. Like, seriously.
I'm not saying kill them. I'm saying pay them and have sex.
Well, no, I'm talking
Seriously,
like the
you've
context.
gone almost 100 years without without orgasming once.
Though this insignificant, undeserving boy might not be the one that Bella would say yes to, oh good lord, I yearn to crush his.
This undeserving shit. What the fuck?
I yearn to crush his.
I don't like Mike Newton I don't like Mike Newton. He's a fucking spineless fuck. But what the fuck?
I yearn to crush his skull in my hand to let him stand as a representative for whoever it would be. Good lord, man!
Daddy's jealous.
Hey,
Fuck, I lost my line.
I didn't understand.
I didn't understand this emotion. It was such a tangle of pain and rage and desire and despair. I had never felt it before. I couldn't put a name to it. It's called
Jealousy,
being a pathetic
you dumb
shit.
fuck. The fact that we did that at the same time, god damn it. Anyway.
Is it my line again already? Fuck.
No, it's my name. I mean, line.
Thank goodness.
Shit.
Thank goodness.
Mike, I think you should tell her yes, Ella said in a gentle voice.
Mike's hopes plummeted. I would have enjoyed that under other circumstances, but I was lost in the aftershock of the pain and the remorse for what the pain and rage had done to me.
Fuck off.
Alice was right. I was not strong enough.
Yes, now fuck off. Right now, Alice would be watching the future spin and twist, become mangled again. Would this please her? Oh, Bella would definitely be pleasing her later. I need something to brighten my day right now, so...
Did you already ask someone? Mike asked sullenly. He glanced at me, suspicious for the first time in many weeks. I realized I had betrayed my interest. My head was inclined in Bella's direction.
No, I didn't. The fuck? Who the fuck's this guy? I don't even know his name. Also, he's a... Okay, I really need to censor myself.
Holy shit.
The wild envious thoughts, and for whoever this girl preferred to him, suddenly put a name to my unnamed emotion.
I was jealous.
No,
Finally.
the girl said with a trace of humor in her voice.
I'm asexual.
I'm not going to the dance at all. Okay, yeah, no. That makes sense. You seem like the kind of person who'd stay home and read a book, just like me.
I have no interest in dating. Leave me the fuck alone.
But here's a better idea. Do you have an interest in dancing?
Dance off, motherfucker. I believe it's your line, Zane.
Mm-hmm.
My line? Really?
Yes.
Through the fire and the flames.
Through all the remorse and anger, I felt relief at her words. Suddenly I was considering my rivals. Super Smash Brothers! Melee!
Why not? Mike asked, his tone almost rude.
No,
I'm asexual. I don't want to date anyone.
You just say okay and move on. You don't ask why. Unless you're me and you just want advice. What?
Why not? Well, you know that one pale chick who hangs out with Edward? Eyes are kind of set on her. I was hoping she'd ask me out, but that doesn't seem to be happening. It offended me that he used this tone with her. I mean, I'm just upset that he's a jackass in general. You're both jackasses. Fuck off and die. Get back to growl.
Asshole.
I'm going to Seattle that Saturday, she answered.
No, you say you don't want to date him. If you try to, skip the subject, he'll think you still like him, and oh, boy.
Your very being repulses me.
Looking at you disgusts me.
When I look at you, I become drier than the Sahara fucking desert.
Ooh! That's a... Woo! The curiosity was not as vicious as I would have been before. Now that I was fully intending to find out the answers to everything, I would know the wheres and whys of this new revelation soon enough.
by stalking her.
My style. What?
You'd have to go outside. Wait, no, cyber stalking.
I will cyberstalk. What?
Zane, your line.
No, he
Is
just
it
read his line.
really?
Is it my line then?
Yeah.
Was he the one
Yeah.
talking about revelations? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mike's tone turned unpleasantly wheedly. Can't you go some other time? I want to stab 90% of the people in this story with a shovel.
Big mistake. Big mistake.
I will impale all of them, Cannibal Holocaust style.
Have fun with that. Sorry, no, Bella was brusquer now. So you shouldn't make Jess wait any longer. It's rude.
Yeah.
Ever seen what a shovel does to the human body when it goes from ass to mouth?
Probably a lot.
Her concern for Jessica's feelings fanned the flames of my jealousy. This Seattle trip was clearly an excuse to say no, so just say bitch no. Did she refuse purely out of her loyalty to her friend? She was more than selfish enough for that.
Mike, how attached to your hands are you?
Does she actually wish she could say yes, or we're both guessing wrong? Was she interested in someone else? Yeah, she's interested in your sister, buddy.
Oh, damn it. I'm probably going to have to find now, like, an Alice Bella fanfiction just so we have something interesting to read. Like, have that be another just, like, interlude of something positive.
Yeah.
It's more Twilight, though, is the problem.
Yes, but it's good Twilight, as in Twilight not written by the author.
It's
Or Erica Mitchell.
Still Twilight.
It's kind of like how Sword Art Online Abridged is actually good, whereas the original series is god-awful.
Yeah, maybe.
You see, that's kind of the whole thing of, like, taking something that's absolute garbage and making something good out of it. That's a thing that can be done, Tom.
I know, but still.
So you're saying
like,
that somebody can take our formula and make it actually good?
Yes. Yes, they could.
I'm just saying I don't have much faith in the fan fiction sites writing about, like, Twilight stuff like that, but I haven't looked too in-depth into it, and I guess I've just been exposed more to the bad stuff than the good stuff, so whatever.
Yeah, you're right, Mike mumbled. So demoralized that I almost felt pity for him. Almost. I want to rip off both your jaws and swap them.
Swap them?
I'll stitch them on.
Why even let them have jaws?
That way they can feel the needle going through their skin.
I'll just put the needle in somewhere else? What?
He dropped his eyes from the girl, cutting off my view of her face and his thoughts. Zane.
Zane?
Yeah?
Zane?
Your line.
Yeah?
Zane!
Yeah? Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, no, that one.
No,
No.
the
Yeah, you're right.
No.
no.
You dropped.
Nope, the
No.
one after that.
I wasn't going to tolerate that.
How dare you look away from her?
I think it was more he wasn't going to tolerate the fact that he couldn't see her face.
Which is more or less, how dare you look away from her?
Hmm.
I turned to read her face myself for the first time in more than a month. It was sharp relief to allow myself this, like a gasp of air to long-submerged human lungs.
I'm going to put this out on a limb. This is a little bit,
Melodramatic?
yes, and
Bitchy.
Unhealthy, yes. Her eyes were closed and her hands pressed against the sides of her face. Her shoulders curved inward defensively. She shook her head ever so slightly as if she were trying to push some thought from her mind.
Well, you see, that's her problem. She's trying to defend herself by looking small. Anyone who's worth pursuing defends themselves by looking as strong and by as big as strong as possible.
Zane, your line.
Frustrating. Fascinating.
Mr. Banner's voice pulled her out of her reverie. Her eyes slowly opened. She looked at me immediately, perhaps sensing my gaze. She stared up into my eyes with the same bewildered expression that haunted me for so long. Why is he staring at me?
I didn't feel the remorse or the guilt or the rage in that second. I knew they would come again and come soon, but for this one moment I rode a strange jittery high as if I had triumphed rather than lost. You didn't do anything, man. Like,
I really wish that it was his sister staring at me instead right now. This narrative is far more interesting than the actual story.
She didn't look away, though I stared with inappropriate intensity, trying
Slowly getting closer.
Read her thoughts through her liquid brown eyes. She was melting. They were full of questions rather than answers.
Where's his sister?
Oh, wait, sorry. It's Llytic's line I almost started reading.
I could see the reflection in my own eyes and saw that they were black with thirst.
Extreme thirst.
I mean, that's how I see most people that are exceedingly thirsty. It had been 2 weeks since my last hunting trip. This was not the safest day for my will to crumble, but the blackness did not seem to frighten her. I'd make a joke about racism there, but that would be way too easy.
Yeah.
She did not look. She still did not look away, and with a soft, devastatingly appealing pink began to color her skin.
What was she thinking now? Probably, why is this weirdo staring at me?
I wish it was his sister. God, his sister's hot. The blushing is actually just because she's thinking about his sister.
Oh, for sure.
Zane.
Yeah?
Yes.
Your line.
Really?
Yep.
Yes.
I almost asked the question aloud, but at that moment, Mr. Banner called my name. Bruce Banner? Picked the
Yes.
correct answer out of his head while I glanced briefly in his direction.
I sucked in a quick breath. The Krebs cycle!
You know, Zane, I can't tell if you're doing that on purpose or if you're truly just getting lost in the story. Like, or not
I'll
paying
admit
attention.
I'm doing something else right now, because fuck this.
Porn
Okay.
games.
Corn
No.
on the cob.
Porn on the cob.
Horny on the cob.
Thirst scorched down my throat,
Country girls make do.
tightening my muscles and filling my mouth with venom, and I closed my eyes, trying to concentrate through the desire for her blood that raged inside me.
It didn't work out that well, I'll admit.
I accidentally ate Mr. Banner.
No! I ate Mr. Banner. The monster was stronger than before. The monster was rejoicing. He embraced this dual future that gave him an even 50-50 chance of what he craved voraciously.
Viciously.
Sorry, I almost threw up. So viciously. The third shaky future I tried to construct through willpower alone had crumbled, destroyed by common jealousy of all things, and he was so much closer to his goal.
Oh, boo-hoo, fuck off, die.
Common jealously.
Jealously? Oh, god damn it. The remorse and guilt burned with the thirst, and if I'd had the ability to produce tears, they would have filled my eyes now.
Big rip.
That would make crying hilarious to watch.
What had I done?
Apparently, you're brainstorming some fucking, like, pre-My Chemical Romance emo song. You know, but back before they had any life or energy to them. Zane's line.
Are you sure? Knowing
Yes.
the battle was already lost, there seemed to be no reason to resist what I wanted. I turned to stare at the girl again.
I can't tell if that was Kermit or Yoda.
It was
Kuryoda.
it was Yermit.
Kurda.
Yermit.
Yermit.
I was about to say, that wasn't quite right for Kermit, though. That was not Kermit.
Nah.
Not fully. Not
I
the
would-
Kermit I knew. Not the Kermit I
That's not the
love.
Kermit I know.
This isn't my beautiful Kermit.
This is
Oh,
a false Kermit.
Speaking of like the Muppets and stuff like that, there was actually a kind of ad type thing that they actually did a Sesame Street Game of Thrones crossover type thing. You hold on. I need to find this video online and I need to post it in the chat. It's amazing.
That sounds amazing.
I mean, I'm not gonna watch it until we're done with the episode. So
Well,
Speaking
yeah,
of which, is it my line?
it's my line.
Oh shit! Nice.
you do that.
I had wait. She had hidden in her hair, but I could see through the parting of the tresses that her cheek was deep crimson now. God, his sister's hot.
Okay, I'll read my line in a sec. Hang on, I'm posting the thing in the chat so I don't forget about it, and then I'll read. Okay.
Sesame Street respect is coming.
All right. So am I on no or
No.
what? Okay. So
Monster like that.
Okay, the monster liked that.
Zane.
She did not meet my gaze again, but she twisted a strand of her hair nervously between her fingers, her delicate fingers, her fragile wrists. They were so breakable. Looking
Sorry,
for
I'm not
all the
attracted to
world,
thin wrists.
like just my breath could snap them.
Again, not
That
attracted
looks
to thin
sickly.
wrists. Yeah.
That sounds, yeah, it sounds like unhealthy.
I think me and Zane already discussed this during a conversation involving Kabadon, but I do not see the appeal of thin arms.
Yeah.
I really don't either, honestly. Like,
Sorry. I want to know that she can lift.
I mean, toned is fine. Like slim arms that are toned, that's fine. But like, if it's like really, really thin, it's like
No, I want Sarah Connor for Terminator 2. As in the arms that caused Arnie to immediately take notice of her workout regimen.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
We want buff gals doing buff things.
Yes. If I'm not intimidated, you're doing it wrong. No, I could not do this. She was too breakable. Again, not an attractive quality in a partner. Too good, too precious, also not attractive. To deserve this fate. I couldn't allow my life to collide with hers, to destroy it.
But I couldn't stay away from her either. Alice was right about that. I mean, yeah, you can, man. Just like impale yourself somewhere to where you can't move.
Just let your sister date her instead already.
Or, I mean, just drain her blood and be done with it. That's also a thing.
That would turn
Better
her
yet,
into
just
one.
fuck her.
That would turn her into one. Eventually.
One of the bros, am I right?
She's an absolute lad.
She's the fucking honky.
What?
What?
Anyway, it's your line.
Is it really though?
Yeah.
Are you sure my line isn't the monster inside me hissed with frustration as I wavered, leaning first one way then another?
Yep, that's the one. My
Nice.
brief hour with her passed all too quickly as I vacillated between the rock and the hard place. Your dick? Wait.
Yeah, I had a wicked boner right now. It's kind of embarrassing.
Between a cock and a hard place. Wait, don't you mean
Pretty much.
did I stutter? The bell rang and she started collecting her things without looking at me. This disappointed me. Get over it. But I could hardly expect otherwise. No one cares. The way I had treated her since the accident was inexcusable. Yet no one cares.
Bella, I said, unable to stop myself. My willpower already lay in shreds.
Sorry, I gotta go. Gotta meet up with your sister.
This is just gonna turn things worse, man. Like seriously, you should just.
She hesitated before looking at me. When she turned, her expression was guarded, distrustful. Good, you didn't fucking...
Earn trust?
Yeah. You don't deserve it. You're not L'Oreal enough.
I remind myself that she had every right to distrust me, that she should. Well, you've done nothing to win that trust back.
She waited for me to continue, but I just stared at her, reading her face. I pulled in shallow mouthfuls of air at regular intervals, fighting my thirst.
You've been nothing but thirst this entire story.
This is an extreme thirst.
It's your line, Zane.
What? She finally said. Are you speaking to me again? There was an edge of resentment in her tone that was, like her anger, endearing. It made me want to smile.
Just gonna
That's
say
not
this. Never use the phrase "you're cute when you're mad" unless you want to be kicked in the balls.
Yeah.
Just gonna put that out there right now because that's fucking demeaning and fuck that would piss me off if I heard it.
Oh, you're cute when you're mad. How about you fuck off,
you!
mate?
Rip your throat out and shove it up your ass.
Is that cute, huh? Huh?
What we're saying is that we need more angry women.
Maybe
Or
not
at very
angry
least more
women.
women that
Maybe
are
just,
less likely to take shit.
we just need more angry people in general.
Makes life more interesting.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or at very least, get good with your comeback game. I wasn't sure how to answer her question. Was I speaking to her again? In what sense was in the sense that she meant?
No, not if I could help it. I would try to help it. Oh boy.
Hey, here's an idea. Either step the fuck up and do something, or fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
No, not really, I told her.
Closed her eyes, which frustrated me, and cut off my best avenue to access her feelings. She took a long, slow breath without opening her eyes. Her jaw was locked. Through gritted teeth, I'm going to fucking murder you.
Eyes still closed, she spoke. Surely this was not a normal human way to converse. Why did she do it? No, it's not a normal human verse. You're annoying her,
How
man.
fucking stupid are you?
Really stupid. He's relying way too much on that mind read of his.
For real.
Like, that's typical exasperated. I'm fucking doing that right now. Holy shit.
Then what do you want, Edward?
The sound of my name on her lips did strange things to my body. If I had a heartbeat, it would have quickened.
But how to answer her?
Zane?
Yeah?
Caroline?
With the truth, I decided I would be as truthful as I could with her from now on. I didn't want to deserve her distrust, even if earning her trust wasn't possible.
I'm sorry. Wait, what?
You've already earned her distrust. There's no way to...
You can earn back trust. It's just the fact
just
that you're going about this in the completely stupidest fucking way possible.
Yeah, it
Instead
takes
of holding a conversation like a normal fucking human, it's just...
It takes work and dedication to regain trust, none of which you are putting forth.
It takes acting like a normal fucking person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from a fucking different planet, and I'm better at that shit than you.
Oh, gosh.
How does that make you feel, Edward? You're inadequate to a fucking alien.
Yeah, he probably doesn't think that he is.
Probably be like, I can go at light speed and break your neck.
I could shrink you down to the size of a grain of rice and crush you between my fingers.
That's pretty hot. What?
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, I told her. That was truer than she would ever know. Unfortunately, I could only safely apologize for the trivial. Being very rude, I know, but it's better this way, really. Fuck off.
I would be better for her if I could keep it up, continue to be rude. Could I?
Fuck off.
Her eyes open, their expression still wary.
I don't know what you mean.
I tried to get as much of a warning through to her as was allowed. It's better if we're not friends. Okay, you're not really going around the best way, man. Surely she could sense that much. She was a bright girl. Trust me.
Is she?
She's an owl for one, so I don't know.
Owls are fucking idiots.
Mm-hmm.
Her eyes tightened. I remembered that I had said those words to her before, just before breaking a promise. When her teeth clenched together. She clearly remembered too.
Too bad you didn't figure that out earlier, said
Got
angry.
him.
You could have saved yourself all this regret. Who talks like this?
People in books.
Yeah.
People in poorly written books.
Mm-hmm. I stared at her. Wait, were you still reading?
No, I finished my line.
Okay. I stared at her in shock. What did she know of my regrets?
God, you're fucking dumb.
Regret for what? I demanded.
For not just letting that stupid van squish me, she snapped.
I froze, stunned.
How could she be thinking of that?
Gee, it's almost like you stopped talking to her after the incident.
Yeah.
Saving her life was one of the acceptable things I'd done since I met her. The one thing that I was not ashamed of. The one and only thing that made me glad I existed at all. I'd been fighting to keep her alive since the first moment I caught her scent. How could she think this of me? How dare she question my one good deed in all this?
Edward, I'm going to rip your head off and shove it up your ass.
Please
until it pops out your neck stump.
Hmm.
Come
You
back
think
when
I
you're
regret
a bit
saving your
richer.
life?
I know you do, she retorted. Gee, it's almost like you didn't communicate with her at all after the accident.
You dumb fuck.
Ugh.
Her estimations of my intentions left me seething. You don't know anything.
Oh.
Because you don't talk.
Mm-hmm.
You dumb fuck. How confusing and incomprehensible the workings of her mind were. Oh gee, they're almost like a normal human beings, you dumb fuck. She must not think the same way as other humans do.
No, she thinks exactly like other humans.
You dumb fuck. There must be that must be the explanation behind her mental silence. She was entirely other. Yes, it turns out she's actually the spawn of Cthulhu, you fucking idiot.
That would make the story infinitely more interesting.
If she popped out tentacles? Yes.
Yeah, and started ripping everyone apart. That would have been awesome. She jerked her face away.
Her relationship with Alice a lot more interesting.
She jerked her face away, gritting her teeth again. Her cheeks were flushed with anger this time. She slammed her books together in a pile, yanked them up into her arms, and marched toward the door without meeting my stare.
You dumb fuck.
Off, mate.
God.
Nobody likes you. Go away. Even irritated as I was, it was impossible not to find her anger a bit entertaining.
Fuck off. Fuck off. She walked stiffly, without looking where she was going, and her foot caught the lip of the doorway. She stumbled, and her things all crashed to the floor. She's clumsy. Isn't that a relatable quirk?
I think it's more she's just too angry to walk straight.
No, she was kind of shown to be clumsy in the actual Twilight books.
Oh.
Because that's how we make a relatable character flaw. Clumsiness.
Yes, that's the most relatable character flaw. That makes her human.
Gambling.
Gambling.
Give her a gambling problem.
That would also make this story infinitely more interesting.
Where were you? Definitely not the casino.
Oh, you. Take a chance and roll the dice.
God. And all her things crashed to the ground. Instead of bending to get them, she stood rigidly straight, not even looking down, as if she were not sure the books were worth retrieving.
I managed not to laugh. Oh my god.
I mean, that's basically what I would do if I were pissed off and dropped something. Just.
Is it worth it?
Yeah, but I'm talking about Edward here. He said, I managed not to laugh. It's like, okay, man, like...
Yes, we already know. Fuck Edward.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Edward, am I right? When no one was here to watch me, I flitted to her side and had her books put in order before she looked down.
Fuck off. She went halfway, saw me, then froze. I handed her books back to her, making sure that my icy skin never touched hers.
Fuck off, mate.
Thank you, she said in a cold, severe voice.
Her tone brought back my irritation.
You're welcome, I said just as coldly. Wow, their makeup sex probably involves hitting each other in the face with hammers.
Sounds like my kind of makeup. What?
She wrenched herself upright and stomped away to her next class.
Well, that throws a spanner in the works.
I watched her angry figure walk away. That was the line, right?
No.
What? I watched until I could no longer see her angry figure. Right.
There we go. Spanish passed in a blur. What?
Yeah, the Spaniards really did.
Just so fast. Mrs. Goff never questioned my abstraction. She knew my Spanish was superior to... fuck off!
She
And
knew I
she
was actually
gave...
from Spain.
God damn it.
You know what happened to my sister when my dad admitted she already knew Spanish?
Hmm.
Made all of her tests harder.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, so if his Spanish was superior, he'd be getting harder tests.
Yeah, probably. And she gave me a great deal of latitude, leaving me free to think.
What about your longitude?
So, I couldn't ignore the girl. That much was obvious. But did it mean I had no choice but to destroy her?
Destroy yourself.
That could not be the only available future. There had to be some other choice, some delicate balance. I tried to think of a way.
Walk away. Just leave, please.
Self-detonate.
I didn't pay much attention to Emmett until the hour was nearly up. He was curious. Emmett was not overly intuitive about the shades in others' moods, but he could see the obvious change in me. He wondered what happened to remove the unrelenting glower
Glower.
from my face.
Glower.
Glower. He struggled to define the change and finally decided that I looked hopeful.
Hopeful? Is that what I looked like from the outside? She finally talked to me.
I pondered the idea of hope as we walked into the Volvo, wondering what exactly I should be hoping for. You should be hoping for that
A swift death.
that a swift death finds you before Llytic does.
Because believe me, it won't be swift when I get to you.
But I didn't have long to ponder, sensitive as I always was to thoughts about the girl. The sound of Bella's name in the heads of my rivals, I suppose I'd admit, caught my attention. Eric and Tyler, having heard with much satisfaction of Mike's failure, were preparing to make their moves. It's the
fucking Sadie Hawkins dance, you...
I don't think this person...
Eric was
Okay.
our... Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
Stephenie, I get that you're Mormon, but it's usually pretty okay for the girl to take charge.
Unless she has
Eric
no
was
hands, in
already-
which case she needs help.
And even then, I mean, she should ask for help, not just have people spring help on her. Because I fucking
Yeah.
hate it when help springed on me before I asked, or without the person springing it on me asking.
Yeah, you just kind of walk up to them and you're just like, you need help, and if they say no, you're like, okay.
You want help?
It's my help and I need it now.
Eric was already in place, positioned against her
That's not disturbing.
Gross. Ew. I'm drier than the Sahara Desert now. Where she could not avoid him. Tyler's class was being held late to receive an assignment, and he was in a desperate hurry to catch her before she escaped.
Please don't
This-
describe it as escape.
This I had to see.
Wait for the others here, all right? I murmured to Emmett.
You eyed me suspiciously, but then shrugged and nodded.
Kid's lost his mind, he thought, amused by my odd request.
I saw Bella on her way out of the gym, and I waited there. She could not see me for her to pass. As she got closer to Eric's ambush, I strode forward, setting my pace so that I could walk by at the right moment.
I wish to kill every male student in this school. All of them.
One by one.
Mercilessly.
Molotov cocktails.
No, that'd be too gracious for them. I watched her body stiffen when she caught sight of the boy waiting for her. Gee, almost like the normal reaction for someone waiting by your car. That'd be the kind of thing where I say, hey, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
Why are you next to
Fuck
my
off.
car?
Dude, scratching
Get
the
the fuck
paint.
away.
Get lost.
You
Fuck
scratched.
off before I break your teeth.
Breaking teeth isn't a very nice thing to do.
Neither is stalking someone.
Well,
She froze for a minute, then relaxed and moved forward.
Hi, Eric, I heard her call in a friendly voice.
Hey. I was abruptly and unexpectedly anxious. What if the gangly teen was this unhealthy skin was somehow pleasing to her? Jesus, Edward, shut up.
Most teenagers have unhealthy skin.
Mm-hmm.
Ay. Eric swallowed loudly, his Adam's apple bobbing. Hi, Bella!
She seemed unconscious of his nervousness.
What's up? She asked, unlocking her truck without looking at his frightened expression.
I was just wondering if you would go to the spring dance with me. It's a Sadie's Hawkins dance. Fuck the fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
His voice broke.
She finally looked up. Was she taken aback or pleased? Eric couldn't meet her gaze, so I couldn't tell so I couldn't see her face in his mind.
I thought it was girl's choice, she said, sounding flustered.
Thought it was girl's choice, you dumb fuck. Well, yeah, he agreed wretchedly.
This pitiable boy did not irritate me as much as Mike Newton
He's
did.
irritating me just as much.
But I couldn't find it in myself to feel sympathy for his angst until after Bella had answered him in a gentle voice. Oh my God. Edward.
Edward!
Udard.
Oh yeah, Udard.
Udard.
Edward Cullen.
Udard.
Well, if it isn't Udard.
Anyway.
Are we still reading?
Yes.
I don't know. Seems a bit too hard. Thank you for asking me, but I'm going to be in Seattle that day.
You dumb fuck.
She's with Mustached Cop, Dad. So
I
she'll be
honestly,
busy fighting crime.
Again, I think stories like this will be a lot more interesting with female characters that didn't take shit. Thanks for asking me, but I'm going to be in Seattle that day. Now fuck off.
Oof.
You'd already heard this. Still, it was a disappointment. That just makes him seem even stupider.
Oh, he mumbled, barely daring to raise his eyes to the level of her nose. Maybe next time.
No. Again, no. Fuck off.
I would have been like, wait, this was the females asking thing? I wasn't paying attention to the announcements, because I really wouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say, I don't think you'd be asking anyone out.
Yeah, and if I did, it would be that one day where it wasn't my turn. My turn.
Granted, from what you've told me, if someone did ask you out for a Sadie's Hawkins thing, you would have panicked and said no.
I would have been like, why? What? And then I would have said something like, I need to go to Seattle, even though I'm not even close to there.
You use this just every time you don't want to do anything. Sorry, I'm going to be in Seattle that day. I didn't tell you what day it was. Yeah, but I'm going to be in Seattle.
Sure, she agreed. Then she bit down on her lip as if she regretted leaving him a loophole. I like that.
Fuck off.
You're a dick, Edward. Oh my.
Eric slumped forward and walked away, heading in the wrong direction from his car, his only thought escape.
I passed her in that moment and heard her sigh of relief. I laughed. Oh my God.
Wow, you're a dick, Edward.
I think that's been pretty obvious this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
She whirled at the sound, but I stared straight ahead, trying to keep my lips from twitching in amusement. Tyler was still looking at me, and he saw me laugh. Wow, dick. Run. No.
How long have we been recording?
Over an hour.
Barely an hour.
All right. One more page after this, then.
Yeah, we'll finish this page. Waiting on Zane.
I measured Tyler Crowley as a rival, knowing it was wrong to do so. He seemed tediously average and unremarkable to me.
What?
What did I know about his preferences?
You skipped.
No, he finished his line. It's
You
your line.
didn't finish his paragraph earlier. It was just Tyler was behind me.
No, he read the trying to keep my lips from twitching in amusement thing, and it was your line.
No.
Yeah, that's what I read.
I could have swore that was...
He continued on saying Tyler after he said keep my lips twitching from amusement, and it caught me off guard, but he wasn't reading, he was just commenting.
Oh. Tyler was behind me, almost running in his hurry to catch her before she could drive away. Run! Run, Bella! Distressed hooting.
Hoot, 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 hoot.
He was bolder and more confident than the other two. He'd only waited to approach Bella this long because he'd respected Mike's prior what the? Ah, God, that's gross sounding. I called dibs, bro.
Sounding more like animals than people, but yeah, okay.
Well, the right reason.
Respect your surroundings.
I wanted him to succeed in catching her for two reasons. If, as I was beginning to suspect, all this attention was annoying to Bella, I wanted to enjoy watching her reaction.
I like seeing the people I'm attracted to in pain. And not in like a sexual way, like a dom sub thing. No, just in pain.
But if it was not, if Tyler's invitation was the one she'd been hoping for, then I wanted to know that too.
I'd kill him on the spot. I measured Tyler Crowley as a rival, knowing it was wrong to do so. He seemed tediously average and unremarkable to me, but what did I know of Bella's preferences? Maybe she liked average boys. Oh my God.
Bella? No, shit. Edward, now I'm going to stuff your arms up your ass along with your head. Until all three come out of the next stump.
Yes, screw you, Edward.
Keep it up and the legs will join. Feet first, while still attached to you.
That's pretty hot.
Just turning him inside out. Not even inside out, just stuffing his legs up his ass, his feet up his ass, and then continuing.
Just like, hey, you want to see the new preview of Inside Out?
Cause his hips to collapse in on themselves. I winced at that thought. I could never be an average. Well, you are remarkably average. You have nothing to bring to the table. Shut the fuck up. How foolish it was to set myself up as a rival for fuck off.
Fuck off, bruv.
How could she ever care for someone who was, by any estimation, a monster?
She was too good for a monster.
Fuck off.
Fuck off, more of you.
And now Zane just has to finish this paragraph.
I ought to have let her escape, but my inexcusable curiosity kept me from doing what was right again. But what if Tyler missed his chance now, only to contract her later, when I would have no way of knowing the outcome? I pulled my Volvo out into the narrow lane, blocking the exit. Bella ran me over.
Ran over the Volvo?
Yeah.
Well, she's in a truck. She can totally run over a Volvo.
Anyway, that's where we're leaving this. Jesus Christ.
Hey, we finished 10 pages today. Nice.
Wow.
I want to kill everyone.
Not if I kill them first. Okay.